and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm making like a really good snack. I know a lot of you will be at home at this time of the year with friends or family, but this is all year round recipe. I'm making butter masala paneer parcels, Paneer Makhani parcels, whatever you want to call it. These are delicious paneer parcels. I'm going to make a very quick paneer masala, and then we're going to stuff it in flaky puff pastry. It's going to go in the oven. You can make the filling in advance. You can buy ready puff pastry and then just put it together when you are looking for a snack or a starter or a party food or something delicious to eat with your family and friends. So let's get cooking. Before that, don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell button, and let's do this. I am going to start here with a couple of onions and just going to roughly chop these up very quickly. And while the onions are cooking, I'm going to prep the other bits. Starting with just a couple of tablespoons of oil. I'm going to add a teaspoon of cumin seeds. Let them sizzle. Once these are sizzling, the onions go in. Along with the onions, I'm going to add a handful of cashew nuts. And now I'm going to reduce it to medium and cook this for, I don't know, 6 minutes or so, just to get it lightly golden. Actually, I'll cook it on medium high. So you can see it's getting a bit of color. I keep stirring it. It's been 6 minutes. Because it's on high medium, it kind of gets color quickly. Now I'm just going to add a couple of tablespoons of lovely tomato puree. And I'm going to give it 2 minutes, not too much longer, because I am going to blitz this to a paste after 2 minutes. That's the 2 minutes over. Turn this off and it's going to go straight in. You can let it cool slightly. It is very hot, I agree. So I'm going to transfer it here because the pan is hot. If I transfer it, it will cool down a bit quicker. And then just 2 tablespoons of water will help cool it down and also help blitz this up. I haven't washed the pan or anything, there's no need. Right, I'm going to add a spoonful of butter just to add more flavor. In goes our puree. I will have to add tiny bit of water, just a couple of tablespoons to get this out. And the only way to get the rest out is by hand. It is so hot. Do not try this at home. This technique. You can be patient and let it all cool down a little bit. I'm not trying to add too much water because I don't want like a curry. So I'm very conscious of how much water I am adding. There we go. Now the heat is on low because I don't want to burn this, and I just want to cook this a little bit. So I'm going to give this 5 minutes. There's not like too much liquid, which is very important. So I'm just going to give this 5 minutes on low heat, and I'll add the spices. So in the 5 minutes I'm giving the masala to cook, I'm just going to line a couple of the baking trays. It's just using some baking paper. It just helps not get the pastry stuck to the to the baking tray. Back to this, I'm just going to add some spicing to this. So a teaspoon of chili powder, you can adjust it to your taste. Half a teaspoon turmeric, 1 teaspoon garam masala, half a teaspoon salt, and a tablespoon of dried fenugreek leaves. There is no alternative to this, so if you don't have it, just skip it. And then mix. So it's really nice and dry, as you can see. It's cooked through, and now I'm going to add some paneer. While I give it a minute, I'm going to quickly chop up the paneer. So the paneer, I have got 2 blocks of 225 grams each, and I don't want big pieces at all. So I'm going to chop it in a way that I get small cubes, teeny tiny cubes. I'm going to do the same with this. Really important to add like a half a teaspoon of sugar or honey or something to balance all the sharpness, the sourness of the tomatoes. And now I'm going to add the paneer. I'm still cooking on low heat, and don't be tempted to add any liquid to this. I know it's very tempting, but we're using it for something totally different, and we don't need too much liquid in here. Okay, so the one thing I need to add is just a tablespoon of double cream, maybe 2 to finish this dish. Now mix. Perfect. Beautiful. Lovely. Turn the heat off. Now it's really important, if you are going to kind of cook this quite soon, bake this quite soon, that you get the paneer cool down a little bit. This is way too hot to put in any sort of pastry at all. So I do need to transfer it in here so it cools down. It smells so good. Now you can make this in advance, put it in the fridge. This will last in the fridge for a good 5 to 6 days. Obviously I'm cooking with it, baking with it straight away, but you can make this in advance. So this has cooled down, beautiful. I've got 1 egg. Whisked up. Ready roll puff pastry, because life's too short and you just buy a ready roll and then you use it. Basically. So what I'm going to do is turn it over. I don't know why I do this, but it just helps. And then I'm going to divide it into 4 because that's how many people we are at home, and you need like a bit of quantity, so you can't cut it into smaller pieces, otherwise you will get no filling. Now obviously my filling is extra. Okay, so ooh, lovely. And that's why I cut the paneer into small cubes. Smells so good, and I haven't tasted it, so I'm not a big taster. I like to just trust my cooking skills. And then I'm gonna fold these. So you're gonna get lots of filling, but at the same time you've got lovely flaky pastry around. So you don't want little filling, at least I don't want just a tiny bit of filling. That's substantial. So that leftover should make another 4 easily. So you've sealed it with the egg. Really important to make a cut for the air to come out. And then really important to seal this with a fork. And then really key to have some egg wash on top. The oven is nice and hot at 200°C 180 fan, and I'm going to put these in for 25 minutes and keep an eye on them. Actually, I just needed 1 tray, not 2. Okay, there we go. 25 minutes, keep an eye. Should be done by then. Okay guys, so it's been 25 minutes. As you can see, one of them is missing because my son was getting hungry and I gave one out to him earlier. But the others are right here. Look how glorious they look. So these are piping hot and I don't want to burn my mouth. So I'm going to give it 5 minutes and then I'm going to break open one of these. Okay guys, right, this smells so amazing, and I've left it open for a second so the steam dies down a little bit, and now I am going in. That is delicious. Flaky pastry, spiced up paneer, masala, butter paneer, whatever you want to call it. I could do with a bit more chili, so I'm going to have it with a bit of chili sauce on top because I want it a bit spicier, but tastes insane. Like I said, this is a great one. You can prepare in advance, prepare the filling, buy a roll of pastry, and then make them piping hot whenever you want to eat them. Whatever you do, give these a go. Like, share, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you back for another new recipe very soon. Till then, bye.